This morning on Daybreak, we check out some roads after you wake up to a little bit of snow on the ground today.
And this morning we meet the first of 4 finalists in our search for remarkable women. Today's featured woman has done a lot for foster families. Also, a new ordinance was discussed by City Council last night in Springfield to address nuisance properties around town. That's all ahead for you this morning on Daybreak. Welcome into the show. It's Tuesday, February 11th. I'm Lauren Barnes.
I'm Joe Moreno, as we are just getting set to get moving this morning, and really got to take a brush to the car if you left it outside last night. That's what I realized I had to do here.
Yeah, did it take you very long?
No, it's very quick and easy, but you know what? We did wake up to some snow on the ground. Sorry to the kids. They might wake up and see their yards with some snow and everything, but you likely have school, right?
The sorry part of that is that all of the schools in our viewing area have school.
There it is.
As of right this second.
We didn't get that much snow, guys.
What I'm saying is kids wake up and they have that optimism when they see white all over the yard, you know?
It's like an inch or two out there, and it's really wet and slushy because temperatures are just at or a little bit above freezing. You know, it's 33 degrees out there right now, so roads are mainly wet and it's just kind of slushy out there.
All right.
So no snowmen. Go to school. We've got temperatures at 33 in Springfield right now. With the clouds lingering, the snow is over. We've got north winds at 3 miles per hour. We're mostly cloudy out there this morning. Those were the snow showers from the overnight, and everything has cleared and exited. We've just got some clouds lingering. And look at the temperatures. Again, they're not that cold. It's 32 in Camdenton, 33 at Lake of the Ozarks, and 31 in Rolla, which is why we're not really finding terrible road conditions. So some snow flurries out there, again, exiting, accumulating snow is done. Roads are mainly wet because those road temperatures are at or a little bit above freezing. You've got the snow mainly on cars, sidewalks, grass, and it's slushy. Just be careful on the bridges, overpasses, and sidewalks. So a slushy start out there this morning. You'll still want to be careful. We're dry as we head through the afternoon with just some mostly cloudy skies again. Today will be very similar to yesterday. 40 degrees by dismissal. We have mostly cloudy skies hanging around. Then we'll have some rain arrive on the overnight tonight. That changes to snow by Wednesday night, and then temperatures will tumble on Thursday. Your full forecast is up in 10 minutes.
So we had that snow come in. Winter weather advisories have expired, but there is some slush and snow that you'll see on the roads today.
You can maybe see on the sidewalks and parking lots and grassy surfaces. That's where you might actually see that white and a little bit of snow accumulation. Parking lots, for the most part, might just be a little bit slushy, but be careful on bridges, overpasses. And if we can pull up the MoDOT Travelers map for you, we want to show you that light blue indicates roads are mostly clear, mainly just wet this morning. You can always check for school closings and road conditions on ozarksfirst.com.
And we move on. New this morning, we begin our Remarkable Women series.
That's right. For the next few weeks, we'll be shining a light on some women of the Ozarks who are doing remarkable things for our community. Color 10's Nija McDonald joins us this morning to share the first story. Nija?
Well, good morning, Lauren and Joe. I met a woman named Laura Garden who lives in Lebanon. She's a business owner who started a nonprofit for foster families, a community Garden finds herself a part of. Owns a vape shop in Lebanon.
I have a lot of very loyal customers.
But says her passion lies in her nonprofit Live to Give Hope, which helps assist foster families in Laclede County.
In May of 17, I started fostering, and then through that experience realized the immense needs that existed in the foster care community.
Sparking the creation of the group's Fostering Hope Closet, which provides
free resources for foster families. They can come in and get anything that they need. Over a third of the clients that come in are getting things for emergency new placement.
Something that occurs more often than you might think.
We have about 500 children in foster care here in the circuit, which is Laclede, Camden, Miller, Morgan, and Montauk counties.
And without things like a bed and clothing, a child in need of a fresh start can't be placed into a foster home.
There aren't that many licensed foster homes, and so that's who they call. And so it doesn't matter if you have 1 kid or you've got 4 kids. And most of the people who foster, you know, we can't say no. We have a heart for these kids.
Garden says she hopes the closet helps these families focus on what matters most.
We don't want somebody who's got a good heart who says, I can't do this because I'm not rich, and say, we will take care of that. And so instead of you having to go purchase everything, we will provide it for you. And then that way you can focus on providing love and care for that child.
She says the nonprofit also provides a 4-hour break for parents to get some alone time for things like a date night or even to just take a nap.
They're incredibly thankful, and it warms our heart, and that's what keeps us going because it is so needed.
Garden says she dreams of one day having a building large enough to house both the closet and the nonprofit's admin office. Well, you can visit our website at ozarksfirst.com to learn more about the organization and how you can help.
All right, thank you, Nija. Those stories will air every Tuesday this month. The city of Springfield has made progress toward cleaning up nuisance properties around town. Council members last night discussed 2 bills that could help better enforce the rules for chronic nuisance properties. The plan is to better define what classifies a property as a nuisance and make rules that property owners must follow. For example, requiring property owners to remove trash buildup from their property after 2 weeks. The city does not allow what it calls openings in a building either. Here's what Springfield resident Rusty Worley, who was one of many supporters of these 2 bills, had to say.
This bill is an important next step. It's not the first step, and hopefully it won't be the last step, but we consider it the next step in addressing chronic nuisance properties. It's been a priority for us for many years, and we feel like this moves us forward. There are no silver bullets, and it will take a series of carrots and sticks to help us address these issues that are deeply rooted in our community.
The 2 bills are expected to have a public hearing and be voted on at the next council meeting in 2 weeks.
We have some medical news for you today. Missouri's budget director says Medicaid expansion will not be a part of a state presentation later on this morning that would require lawmakers to make changes to the budget. Right now, it's not an option. The current projection for Medicaid will cover those people who are already eligible in Missouri. That includes kids, seniors, and those with disabilities. To be eligible as a parent, you have to be excessively low income. The Missouri Budget Project believes this is important for expansion, even though Governor Parson disagreed with that in his State of the State speech.
The reason we're in the good shape we are is because we're being accountable and fiscally responsible for how we spend money. I don't think expanding government programs is always the answer.
Right now, these hardworking Missourians are having to choose between putting food on the table or being able to see a doctor. And that's really what the choice is about.
House Speaker Elijah Haar opposes the Medicaid expansion, saying it would take money from education. But the president of the Missouri Budget Project says it would actually save the state money.
In other political news, one lawmaker is looking to add another option when it comes to your ID, a digital option. The traditional plastic ID would still be issued out to everyone, but under the proposed legislation, you could pay an additional $50 to have it on your phone as well. State Rep Nate Tate is behind the bill. He says these days people are more likely to forget their wallets than their phones. Adding digital IDs would have security built in.
The way it would work is you would actually download an app from your app store, and it's a secured app, and you'd have to put in a fingerprint or a facial scan or a PIN number or something to that effect, and then the app would open up and then you'd be able to see the ID.
Critics of the bill see possible issues with the cost to implement the system. As far as Real ID compliance, Representative Tate believes this option would satisfy those requirements.
And one more political note. If you want to vote in the presidential primary, your registration deadline is tomorrow, February 12th, to get your registration in the mail in time.
Still ahead for you this morning, markets on Wall Street yesterday broke a record.
Plus, the T-Mobile and Sprint merger is close to getting a federal judge's approval. We'll have the details in your Money Watch.
From Color 10 Ozarks First, Lauren Barnes, Joe Morano, and weather with meteorologist Alisa Raffa. This is Color 10 News Daybreak.